I also want to apologize to you.
You tell him, Pops.
There was a president who met a special actress for, let's say, grown-up movies.
Stephen Colbert smacks Trump with bold defense of my friend Jimmy Kimmel. But he didn't stop there. Stephen Colbert gave a big shout out to his buddy Jimmy Kimmel and took a playful swing at Trump. You won't believe what he said. He basically told Trump to stop mentioning Kimmel, saying, "Out of your weird little wet mouth."
My friend Jimmy Kimmel's name out of your weird little wet mouth, okay? Jimmy Kimmel. I'm mad.
Now, this is where the story gets a bit more hilarious. Here's what Colbert was doing. He was definitely drawing from the memorable moment at the 2022 Oscars when Will Smith reacted to Chris Rock's joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. It's like Colbert was saying, "Hey Trump," just like Will said, "Keep my friend Jimmy Kimmel's name out your weird little wet mouth." Stephen Colbert had Jimmy Kimmel's back after Donald Trump went on a rant about him, totally off the mark. Trump called Kimmel stupid for cracking a joke about him at the Oscars, but then got all mixed up, mistaking Kimmel for Al Pacino. You'd think with all the legal stuff Donald Trump's dealing with, he'd have his hands full, right? But surprise, surprise, he still got time to toss shade at Jimmy Kimmel, even though the Oscars were ages ago. Colbert didn't hold back, pointing out how bizarre it is for Trump to be fixated on the Oscars instead of, more pressing matters like the presidential campaign and those pesky federal indictments. And then he went ahead and tailored an insult just for Trump, telling him to lay off mentioning Jimmy Kimmel. And to top it off, Colbert even gave Trump a special award in true Oscars style. In this segment, Colbert begins his roast of Trump by targeting Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. He kicks off with a jab at Johnson's online presence, referencing a fictitious website and poking fun at a supposed profile picture. Colbert then delves into the political context, highlighting Johnson's need for a win amidst growing pressure to oust him from his position, especially since the previous speaker was removed just 6 months ago. By likening the job of Republican Speaker of the House to precarious positions, such as the number 2 leader of ISIS or the world's oldest man, Colbert emphasizes the instability of Johnson's position. Colbert further amplifies the humor by sarcastically praising Johnson's display of loyalty to Trump, despite Trump's history of unpredictability and potential abandonment. He uses a comedic analogy comparing Trump's loyalty to wedding vows, implying that Trump's support could vanish unexpectedly. Overall, Colbert's tone is satirical, aiming to entertain while also highlighting the political dynamics and uncertainty surrounding Johnson's position.
Just like his wedding vows. I take thee, Melania, to be my lawful wedded next wife. For better or, well, we'll see what happens after that.
Continuing with his comedic critique, Colbert shifts to Donald Trump's hush money trial, which coincidentally has a day off. He sarcastically remarks that Trump must need the rest, given his busy schedule, including napping during previous court sessions. Colbert then humorously comments on the jury selection process, highlighting peculiar statements from potential jurors, such as finding Trump fascinating and mysterious, or expressing surprise at being involved in the trial. Colbert adds a touch of humor by mentioning a dismissed juror who posted a video of an AI version of Trump calling himself dumb, joking about AI potentially taking over his job. He then transitions to Trump's post-court campaign stop at a convenience store in New York City, poking fun at the store's eclectic inventory and the district attorney's public criticism. Colbert playfully imagines Trump buying lottery scratchers, jesting about his financial woes. Trump's remark about being invited by the Bodega Association prompts Colbert to riff on the existence of such an association and its hypothetical shared office with an organization selling bootleg DVDs. Colbert further lampoons Trump's latest endeavor, Truth Social, suggesting that it's meant to keep Trump laser-focused on issues that voters supposedly care about. He takes a jab at Jimmy Kimmel, who says he hasn't recovered from a dip in ratings after his hosting performance at the Academy Awards, humorously attributing it to what he calls Trump Derangement Syndrome, TDS. Colbert mocks Kimmel for reading his own negative reviews on air during a presidential campaign, suggesting absurd priorities. By highlighting Kimmel's supposed obsession with an event from 5 weeks prior amidst significant political events, Colbert underscores the absurdity of the situation. He closes with a witty remark about Trump's potential 2024 campaign slogan, sarcastically tying it to the Academy Award-winning film Green Book, adding another layer of humor to his commentary. And after this, here comes the main joke of the show.
My friend Jimmy Kimmel's name out of your weird little wet mouth, okay? Jimmy Kimmel. I'm mad.
Colbert then humorously mentions his bond with Jimmy Kimmel, referring to him as his podcast brother from Strikeforce 5. He exaggerates their religions by comically pledging to defend Kimmel until my death or until the next ad for Mint Mobile. This playful vow adds a light-hearted touch to their friendship. Colbert proceeds to counter Trump's criticism of Kimmel's Oscars hosting performance by stating that Kimmel actually did a fantastic job. He cites a 4% increase in Oscar viewership as evidence of Kimmel's success, playfully emphasizing that 4 more people watched this year. This witty retort not only defends Kimmel, but also subtly marks the triviality of Trump's criticism in light of the actual positive outcome. In a humorous turn, Colbert presents an award for outstanding achievement in syphilitic rambling on social media posts, poking fun at Trump's often erratic and nonsensical online presence. He facetiously introduces the winner, creating a humorous atmosphere around the serious legal proceedings Trump is facing. Colbert then transitions to a more light-hearted topic, contrasting Trump's legal woes with President Biden's recent praise from the fashion world. He references a New York Times article titled "The Biden Guide to Dressing Younger," which applauds Biden's fashion choices, particularly his use of solid-color ties and specific shirt collars to create a youthful appearance. Colbert amusingly highlights Biden's fashion tactics, including the big wipe up strategy and jests about other politicians' attempts to appear younger. However, the light-hearted tone takes a sharp turn as Colbert sarcastically addresses a comment from Trump advisor Stephen Miller, who claims that Trump and Melania are the most stylish presidential couple in history. Colbert humorously critiques Trump's fashion choices, likening them to attire borrowed from a party clown. He then wraps up the segment by teasing the upcoming guests on his show, maintaining the comedic tone throughout. Overall, Colbert's presentation blends satire with witty commentary to entertain his audience. Now, Colbert said a few Jimmy Kimmel, being the king of late-night comedy, didn't let this slide. He laughed it off, wondering why Trump was still hung up on an event that's old news by now. Seriously, it's been 5 weeks. Even Kimmel's folks have moved on. And Kimmel didn't stop there. He poked fun at how Trump chose to spend his day off from the trial, definitely not with brunch or family time. Nope, he used that precious time to bash Kimmel online. Classic Trump move, right? Oh, and let's not forget Kimmel's hilarious reminder to Trump that he's not Al Pacino. I mean, seriously now, how could he mix them up? Maybe Trump was daydreaming during his trial, who knows? Kimmel even cracked a joke about Trump's infamous quote to Stormy Daniels. Gotta give it to him, this guy's got jokes. Throughout his response, Kimmel maintained a light-hearted and humorous tone, poking fun at Trump's confusion while defending himself against Trump's criticisms. His playful retort showcased his comedic skill and ability to turn a mix-up into a comedic gold for his audience. In essence, both Kimmel and Colbert used humor to lampoon Trump's confusion and obsession with past events, while also defending Kimmel against Trump's criticisms. The exchanges showcased the host's comedic prowess and ability to turn current events into entertaining material for the audiences. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us for this insightful exploration. We hope you enjoyed diving into the humorous antics of Colbert and Kimmel as they tackled Trump's latest mix-up. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite late-night comedy moment of all time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to take a look at our latest video about Trump. It should be popping up on your screen now. Go give it a watch.